The language which I was knowing was only Malayalam and a bit of English. I did my graduation in Kerala. Even though I belong to the Karnataka state, my forefathers were from Dakshina Kannada. But my parents have migrated to Kerala. We are temporarily placed in a small district called Thrissur. I did my degree there. I am a rank holder from the Calicut University and got into the rank. Through all these years, maybe 24 years of service, from a clerk to a GM, one thing which I always do remember in my life, as well as in my career, and wherever I meet people like who are having more wisdom than me, but still while interacting, in life, in business, wherever we go, challenges are there. It's a part of the evolution process itself. And these challenges, how we address them, recognize them, understand them, interpret them, overcome them. That is what makes us what we are today. That is what going to make us what we are going to be tomorrow. So with this brief note, I first of all would like to thank the office bearers of this great organization, Rachana, who has got almost 450 members, who had worked a lot for the upliftment of the business in the Dakshina Kannada region, and also supported many of the entrepreneurs today, to inviting me for a brief talk of maybe 20 or 25 minutes on the pandemic and its evolution and how we are going to prepare ourselves for the coming days. It's a real, I would like to say, honor to me, because previous speakers were like Mr. Hegde, Mr. Moilevi and all. So on this forums, my dear friends, it's a real honor to me. First of all, I place on record my thanks to the office workers. Now coming towards the next point is on KBL, because I am here today because I am a part of the Karnataka Bank. Like how we say that entrepreneurs are getting born in the Dakshina Kannada concepts in business. Because always businesses face a challenge in terms of inventions and disruptions. I'll tell you a best example for a change which has brought in the industry because of invention. Mobile phone. A mobile phone is an instrument originally devised for communication. It's a device for communication. Now, can anybody imagine in an industry which does not have any link to communication? It does not have any link to communication. But today, that particular industry is extinct. None of us look for that particular industry anymore. Can anybody just give a thought on that? Which could be that industry? It's camera? No, it's not camera. Camera is still there. Pardon, sir? Camera film is not because of mobile, it is because of digital invention. The best example was Kodak. It was a great film manufacturer but lost the whole market because he was not able to change according to the dynamics. It's a great example for a failure. But that failure is mainly because he was not adjust to the business within himself. He was seeing that the people are going for digital, but he didn't recognize that the people are going for digital, I have to change. But in my case, this industry never come in way of communication. They never thought that this mobile phone is going to hit my business a lot. Dear friends, when my school days I remember, I used to hate that instrument. I always used to hate that instrument.
Wikipedia.
No, it is alarm clock. None of the alarm clock manufacturers could have in their dreams thought that an invention of mobile phone is going to kill their industry. Today you will not see an alarm clock in a house. People uses mobile. That's what we talk about, inventions which cause disruptions. But today, whatever we are today going to discuss, because again Kodak was...
Remember, I think on the day of the results, so the very next day, Yula ma'am called me and to congratulate me, and she told me, we're going to have a meeting, a Rachana meeting, and we want you to be, we want you to be there. And I remember thinking, oh, 31st is so much time, and I don't realize where the time has gone, but it's finally here, and I'm so happy to be here. Yeah, I mean, I was told to give a few, a few words for those of the members who may be parents. And while I'm in no position to speak on behalf of a parent, I'd actually like to just mention sort of my upbringing and how my mom's played a very big role in my growth. It was mentioned that I used to play the piano. So I used to go for piano classes as a kid, and somewhere around the 7th and 8th grade, my piano classes were after school. So I used to be very tired after school, so I used to not want to go. But my mom has always been stern. Like when you pick something in hand, you have to go for it. And back then I used to complain, but now I'm so happy that she forced me to go, and I can, I'm playing because of that. And I think why that's relevant is because even for CA, I've been allowed to pick my area of interest, right from second PUC. So I was given the opportunity or the option to choose anything. But once I chose CA, the support from my family has been such that they've always encouraged me and sort of also been stern when you're doing CA. So it took me a long time, 4-5 years. There have been ups and downs, but I've always gotten support and love. So that's something I just want to share with everyone. And I'm happy to be part of this very informative session. Thank you, sir. I got a chance to get that knowledge. With that, I'd like to conclude. And thank you, everybody. Have a pleasant rest of the Sunday.
And change is always painful. If I am walking in one direction, somebody says to me that you go in a different direction, first reaction will be resistance. And if you are working in an organization with 8,000, 9,000 people who really know a way to work, who are adjusted in a particular scenario to work, make them to change. See, we always say that we are in a comfort zone. Anybody in a business, whether it is an entrepreneur or a business employee, who is in a comfort zone, will always would like to remain in a comfort zone. There has to be a trigger. There has to be a force. Then only that movement will take place. Always remember the law of motion. Pressure with movement. That only brings a change. You put pressure, but it is not moving, no change happens. You don't put pressure, they want to move also, they cannot move. So that is what, even as an organization, we learned. We push the people. We made the people to understand that if you need to survive, if a change is required because of certain pandemic world, we cannot move out. Adapt to the digital world. Own the digital options. Make the people to understand the value of it. You learn it first. You practice it first. And then tell to others to practice, learn and use it. So that was the first revolution which we have seen when the pandemic has come out. Now the second thing is on technology. Because any organization say digital, the word is very, very easy to say. But how do we adapt to it? Technology. We should have a right technology to adapt it to the digital world. See, today, as a marketing executive, general manager of the bank, I'm in charge of the whole India. So I take care of 3-4 verticals. One is large, one is retail, one is agri, one is MSME. We have got branches in Guwahati, we have got branches in Nagapur. As an executive, it is my duty to travel across, meet the customers, bring the business. But if you look the last 1 year, without moving out, we achieved many of these objectives. Because from our office itself, we are able to connect to the customer. So here, there are 2 advantages. One very primary thing, which is known as cost cutting. That I will come in another 2-3 points. I'll come to that on the metrics of survival. Because always we say survival of the fittest. How do we adapt? How do we change? How do we procure? How do we preserve? How do we react? How do we move ahead? Now coming towards the other areas, keeping aside the digital, in this particular induced pandemic scenario, few of the industries have done well, which is essentials. In India, you see it is a pharma sector, because we were the pioneers in the pharma sector, and all the other businesses which are related to the pharma did well. Now coming towards the other allied sectors of essentials, that also did well. But certain industries got hit really bad. For example, hospitality sector, that hit very bad. Restaurants hit very bad. Travel and tourism hit very bad. Buses, normal transport hit very bad, but freight was okay. So there are many industries which were hit bad and many industries which survived. But coming towards that, even in the case of the industries which has been survived or the industries which has been hit, there has been a product planning. So many of the ways, for example, if you take many of the chemical manufacturers, one of our manufacturers also, he immediately changed the product. See, there was a huge amount of demand for sanitizers. He was into a chemical plant. The industrial chemical utilization has come down because production was not there. Overnight, within a few period of time, he changed the production pattern into sanitizers. He sold a huge amount of sanitizers during that time. And now the moment when the sanitizer production is not picking up, he changed the model once again back to the chemicals. Because now the factories have started opening up. So that is the product planning. Our product, we need to plan in such a way that whatever be the challenges which are coming up, we should be able to adjust it. Few other industries were there, they went to cost cutting. So I will again take a leaf from the example of my bank. We have got almost 850 odd branches across. And we were going on expanding the branches. Maybe 50 branches we go out, we move out, we meet the people. But inside selling is not moving out, but getting in touch with the people through various methods which we have, either through digital ways or through radio, FM radios, anything. But we get connected with the people without moving out. Many of the advertisements is now today is more than an outside way, it is an inside way. Offline, instead of offline marketing, many have moved on to the inside marketing. Instead of traditional customer service, many have moved on to self-service. Now, interestingly, a few minutes back when we were interacting, again I will take a lesson from my learning of my organization. Usually what happens for a SB account opening, either we have to use a tab with somebody's help, or we have to go to a branch, or for a passbook printing we have to go to a branch. All these activities are a must today. But if you see in our Mannagutta branch, which is in Mangalore only, we are coming out with a hub over there. There is a chat bot and a machine. Any time during the day or night, you can just walk into there with certain minimum requirements. Just you yourself enter that detail to the machine Machine will automatically open an SB account, deliver you the passbook, deliver you the debit card, everything. It takes you a photo, everything. No need of anybody assisting you. It is a purely self-service. So why this change has come? The change has come because interactions need to be reduced. Cost need to be saved. System need to be more efficient. We should make the best of the capital because on today's date, my dear friends, the most scarce resource is capital. So we need to preserve that capital in such a way that we reach the maximum people with our service or product, making use of whatever methods we have in today's date. Now, one other very interesting concept is which was actually new, which has come out now, which is known as a funnel to flywheel. Till today, what happens is that everybody, even us, we focus on getting new customers. Because I have got a product, I have plans to expand that, I have got XYZ customers. Now, if I have to make it more reachable, I need to go for more expansion, I have to have more customers. The new concept says that instead of customer satisfaction, we should always aim for customer delight. And what is the difference between customer satisfaction and customer delight? The words are same. When a customer requires an X item with an X quality at an X time, and if you are delivering that according to his exact requirements, then that customer is satisfied. But if you are delivering him a better quality within a fast time schedule, then the customer is said to be delighted. There is a great difference between satisfaction and delight. A satisfied customer will be surely your brand ambassador, but a delighted customer will be your best advertiser. So this is a change because funnel to flywheel. Funnel is a system where we concentrate on just entertaining a customer in. However he comes, we are happy. He is a customer. But in flywheel, we enter a customer into it. He is a fulcrum of it. And we start pushing maximum by giving him maximum services, more and more services. And we try to reduce whatever friction which is there. For example, if you onboard a customer and then he has got some issue in service, there should be a proper synchronization between the team who are onboarding and the team who are attending to his services. So that is one new theory which has come up now. Retain your customer with best of your efforts and see that from him you get more customers and then see that you make your business more vibrant. Now before I move off or before I close, I have got, because I am from a bank, I am always interested in talking in financial terms. One very, very important aspect of this whole disruption is there, and which we are going to see in the coming days. Because many of us are entrepreneurs here and we are all dealing with banks. As I told earlier, the moment when the disruption came in,